Hey, what's going on, guys? Jalan here, coming back with another episode of the weekly recap. Today currently is April 1st, April Fools, 2019, and it's going to be episode 65 of the weekly recap. Without further ado, let's me get a sip of water first. Mm, favorite drink. Let's get into it. This week at work, pretty much the same thing as I've always been doing, just testing software. We did push out an internal release to the validation team, so everything got in at crunch time. However, some of the stuff was still kind of backed up. We didn't have all the right softwares and packages and tools, so we found out today that we might need to do a little sub release as well. So that's always fun. It's nothing that we can, it's out of our control, with the other team being in China. So I know things happen. So that's just how it is. So, and aside from that, just keep digging through the regression project that got handed down and fixing a lot of formatting and trying to get things to work because nothing works, which is always fun. No documentation. Guess that's what I have all the fun for. Switching gear to some of the things I've learned this past week, I've basically just devoured shoot all week with the audios. Yeah, it's very interesting to see how Nike became the the multi-billion-dollar company that it is today. How it got started, um, and how this guy just had a dream. Um, how you travel to this guy I met, Phil Knight, had a dream and his struggles of building this company. So I'm about halfway through the audio right now. It's very just got into the part of how Nike actually was formed before it was actually Blue Ribbon. So it's very interesting to hear the backstory behind how everything got started and the challenges he faced in his personal life and being in Portland and going to University of Oregon and everything just seems so local. Um, and yeah, super interesting to hear. So that's pretty much it. Aside from that, I also started Kobe's Mamba Mentality book. Just got that this past weekend. I'm probably like halfway through it already. It's a relatively short um, book, short read, but I think I wanted to hear his approach to the game and how he approaches the game, right? And then I think the number one thing that really stood out to me is the preparation, is the work that he put in behind the scenes that is beyond just what's in the game or beyond the practice. That's in the film room, and then how he got to um, know his body and how he treats his body, and how he was always constantly asking the greats and seeking knowledge and questioning everything and just having that hunger and thirst to become the best and be willing to put in the work. So I can't wait to finish that book and just learn what it takes to have that Mamba mentality. So um, it's it's really fascinating for me. And I think I am definitely going through that transition period where, with refereeing, I'm putting in so much work, um, and reading a book and then watching basketball, NCAA, and just studying the film of what people are doing and how I can improve to become the best referee that I can. So just put in the work, right? Actually, we when This weekend when running both days, just want to get my endurance up a little bit more. I want to get back in shape, and at the same time working on my basketball mechanics. Um, just becoming more of a routine for me. I think I definitely have what it takes to get to that next level, and I just need to perfect those mechanics, those little things that I can control, so that when the opportunity comes, that I am ready and I will be willing and ready for the big moments and be as fair as possible. So, and I can't wait for this weekend because spring ball is starting this weekend, and I can't wait to implement some of the things I've learned and see what you know to see the results from the work that I put in. So I'm really, really excited about that and looking forward to the next 10 weeks of spring ball. Lastly, I want to touch on is that I took some time out this week to make a new friend. Went for a dinner and then went to the beach and hike. Really an interesting conversation. This really got to know them a lot better, and you're willing, so willingly to share what's going on in their life and what they're going through, and things that they're struggling with, and how they overcome those obstacles and to become the person that they are. So I'm really, really fascinated by that, and just being um, vulnerable and transparent and sharing topics around our lives. And I really appreciate that from people, because I think I want to get to know people, and I think the deepest way, or the way that I can get to know them the best, is to tackle and get into their life stories and their beliefs and their views and their perspective on life, and how they're approaching it and what they're looking for. So I'm really, really grateful for this, for this friend, and hopefully that we'll continue to be friends, and look forward to learning more about them in the future. So that's pretty much all I want to touch on this weekly recap. Hope everybody had an awesome weekend. We got some sunshine in the Pacific Northwest, and now it's back to the rainy, gloomy days. So, nevertheless, hope everybody had an awesome weekend and crushed their Monday today. So, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.